Hey, hi everybody. This is Philip Anderson with Anderson Music Instruction, and I'm a drum teacher, do private lessons. And today I wanted to talk about a subject that you hear a lot in drums. You hear people doing rolls on the snare drum, and we're going to talk about how to get that type of a sound from your drum, what to do with your sticks, how to hold them to create that smooth, even feel that you hear on all kinds of things, from soundtracks to movie stuff, and even in a lot of music. So we're going to be talking about that today. All right, we're going to talk about some steps to executing a nice, full, smooth drum roll. First thing is that you want to make sure you're holding the stick properly. You want the stick to have a fulcrum point in between your first finger and your thumb. These three fingers should remain fluid and almost off the drumstick, so that as you're throwing it and hitting the drum, the butt end of the stick should actually come back and hit your hand there. Once you've learned how to do that and you've got a real fluidity to your drum strokes, it's time to start implementing the bounces that are necessary to get a smooth drum roll. Let me first demonstrate a normal drum stroke. You're going to make a motion with your wrist. A lot of it's actually in your fingers here. The stick is going to hit the head, and there'll be a lot of energy as the stick hits the head to rebound. And you want to capture that energy instead of physically moving your stick down and then bringing it back. Just let the drumstick come back on its own. That way you're doing half the work. Now, in order to get a really nice, clean drum roll sound, you're going to need to implement a technique called bouncing the drumstick. Let me just show you what that looks like. I'm only throwing the stick down once, and then I'm letting it bounce on its own after that. This will take a while to get the hang of, but as you persevere with it, it'll start to sound really good and you'll have control over the stick. You can practice it just by seeing how many bounces you can get. Shoot for a big stick, and then as it comes down, see how many bounces you can get with both your right and your left hand. Now, once you feel comfortable with that, it's time to start putting both hands together so that you can get the type of sound that you want. This is referred to as a buzz roll, and it's probably the way to get the cleanest sounding drum roll out of all the different options that are out there. So let's try implementing this with the right and left hand back and forth. We want a nice smooth tempo, and we're going to bounce the sticks each time. Continue to increase your speed. Continue to increase your speed until you've got that nice roll sound, and then you can, as a good practice technique, work on slowing the whole thing down but keeping it even and smooth in the process. Okay, I hope you had fun learning about how to roll your drumsticks. If you'll continue to implement all of those practice techniques that we talked about, you should be well on your way to getting the kind of sound that you really want.